This morning on The Dish, a century of New Haven pizza. The iconic thin-crust pie has made Wooster Street in New Haven, Connecticut, the center of the pizza universe. At least that's what Brooks Silva Braga tells us. He is back from a pizza pilgrimage.
It's not just me, Michelle. 100 years ago, Frank Pepe first fired up his coal oven. Soon after, his nephew opened up Sally's just 2 blocks away. Now, both of these Wooster Street originals are exploring some new avenues.
On the 7th day, God created pizza. And he was in New Haven. This is the place, man. This is where it all started. 1925.
And the recipe supposedly has stayed the same.
The recipe's the same. They had never changed the dough, they never changed the water, and the family still runs it.
Colin Kaplan runs Taste of New Haven food tours.
Let's get at this, Brooke.
Oh, she's steaming.
Oh, she is hot.
But he's not so much a guide
Oh, look at that.
as an evangelist.
Thin, crispy, chewy, and charred.
It just isn't like the pizza you normally have.
Well, if you're from New Haven, this is our normal pizza. This is our normal.
You're first hit by the sweet zip of tomato. The sauce is the star. Then the earthy, smoky crust. Blackened, yes, but not quite burnt.
Are we even allowed to call it pizza?
You can call it pizza, but we call it Apizza.
Apizza.
Apizza. You gotta use your hands a little bit.
Apizza.
Apizza.
The name and the recipe arrived from southern Italy in the late 19th century when Italian immigrants began settling en masse in New Haven.
The first records we have of somebody making pizza in New Haven was 1899, but Frank Pepe was really the one that made it a big deal.
This is the oven, the original oven where my grandfather first started.
In 1925, using this bread oven,
You literally throw in coal here.
Jennifer Kelly's grandfather, Frank Pepe, started making pies and selling them on the street.
He couldn't remember who he sold it to. He didn't write things down.
Bookkeeping, not his strong suit.
No, my Nonnie's was. My grandma.
Together, Frank and Philomena built Pepe's into an institution, a family business that included Philomena's 2 nephews, Tony and Sal Consiglio. But after Tony had a falling out with his uncle, or so the story goes, he and brother Sal left, and in 1938 opened Sally's, 2 blocks down Wooster Street. Sally's son, Ricky, grew up in his parents' restaurant.
My father ran the back, my mother ran the front.
Hi guys, Ford.
Almost every day, even in the snow, crowds line up
It's a lot warmer in here.
for specialties like the clam pie and potato pie, and of course, the original tomato and mozzarella Apizza.
My father used to see the people out in line in the weather. They're waiting for pizza.
Follow me.
One measure of a landmark restaurant is who they've served. But what may be more remarkable is who Sally's has turned away.
There's a couple of occasions like Reagan wanted to come in. I said, no, they want to come in on Monday. No, we're closed Monday. We don't go down there.
Reagan, the president.
The president.
Later, Rick says Bill Clinton and Al Gore failed in their attempt to grab an early lunch.
Explain that. The president of the country says, I'd like to have a pie. You can't open a little early for him?
No. Very simple. Come on. Yeah, we respect you for the presidency. You two got your job, we got our job. Don't hold a grudge, come on.
Pizza, if anything, is more popular than ever.
I'm very close to declaring New Haven pizza capital of the world.
And both Sally's and Pepe's are trying to ride that wave beyond Wooster Street. There are 4 other Sally's now, including this one in Stamford, Connecticut. At the helm, executive chef Brett Lunsford. It is an intimidating inheritance.
Every day I wake up and I'm expecting people to be like, Brett's the guy who destroyed Sally's. This is the guy who ruined the menu. Sal's rolling on his grave. All these things.
Lunsford grew up in Texas cooking barbecue, trained at the Culinary Institute of America, then worked his way up to executive chef with the Union Square Hospitality Group in New York, where he fell in love with the city's slice shops.
So I ended up going to a little bit over 100 different pizzerias, and I just kept eating slices and posting about them.
That caught the attention of Sally's new corporate owners, who asked Lunsford to craft an elevated menu for their expanding locations. He delivered dishes like tagliatelle bolognese, which tastes a bit like lasagna you can twirl.
When we finish shooting, this is the one I'm going to finish the whole bowl of.
The eggplant parm
It's very ooey gooey.
comes stuffed with delicate whipped ricotta.
I'm a Tarantino on my mother's side, and so this is the Tarantino red sauce.
Here come the clams here.
Pepe's is also balancing old and new, having expanded to 17 locations as far away as Florida. Kevin Gagliard, their VP of operations, told us duplicating the recipe is the easy part.
New Haven is a pizza town.
Yeah, it
and
is.
the farther you get away from New Haven, the challenge is to find those people and teach them the passion and teach them the legacy that we're trying to duplicate from the Worcester Street restaurant in New Haven.
The legacy, now a century old, has almost miraculously thrived through changes in taste and changes to the neighborhood. And for more than half that century, Frank's been gone. His daughters and grandchildren have run the place. An opportunity and responsibility Frank and Philomena could not have imagined on the voyage from Naples to New Haven.
She cried all the way from Italy to the United States because she didn't know anyone. She was scared, but
Didn't want to come.
no, but my grandfather, he wanted the American dream and to just pass it down to his children, who they gave us their American dream. It's serious. This is serious stuff with the family about the 100th anniversary, the legacy. It's not like, ooh. It's hard work. It's dedication, it's commitment. It's neighbors, it's employees, it's family, it's siblings, it's cousins. There's so many components to it. So the legacy, for me, 100 years, is amazing.
I mean, it spawned this entire New Haven pizza thing. We didn't even get a chance to mention modern pizza, another one of the kind of iconic originals. New Haven pizza is its own industry.
It is. It's one thing. I remember moving to Connecticut, and everybody's like, this is what you have to have.
Yeah.
And you go there, you make the pilgrimage. It's delicious.
And you definitely see when you eat it. Check out my fingers. This is
Oh, yeah.
You got pepper on, but look at
signature
this. Look at this. Blackened fingers
Did you
from
have
the
a favorite
blackened crust.
you tried?
I ate so much pizza that day, Jay, that by the end I couldn't have another.
I know, you were stuffed.
It's so good. They're both really good, and there is an amazing amount of variety, sometimes without even the cheese on it.
Yeah, no, I love the tomato. The
We're gonna
sauce
keep
is
eating.
just over it. Uh-huh.